Hello. I am finally doing this reading for Anna Nicole Smith. Funny enough, like I know I was like really gonna put this off until tomorrow, but I was like, you know what? Let me do it now because I for real was like, for whatever reason, I was like sitting just like hanging out and like I just kept getting her energy around me. And she was like, I got things to say. Like, I have stuff to say. So I was just like, okay, fine. Let me just try to like get it done now. And I have like some interesting things that I have to like share about like Anna. Like, it's really crazy. Like, she just kept bothering me. And honestly, I was just like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so drained. I did so many readings, but I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, just give the woman what she wants. She's been waiting on me to do this. So let me just get my lighter really quick. Okay, got my lighter. Hi. So this reading is for Anna Nicole Smith. Her birthday is November 28th, 1967. Now here's something interesting about her, about Anna, okay? Because I used to like, I just thought that she was like just a very quirky, crazy personality, but I loved her. Like I just thought, she was just like absolutely absolutely on the edge, just absolutely nuts. But she was just beautiful. Like I just thought that she was like a very beautiful woman, outspoken woman, very voluptuous, just gorgeous, a very beautiful, gorgeous woman. And she just had like this fireball personality and this sex appeal and, this like kind of funniness to her. So I always thought that she was just like she was just beautiful to me, just very, just very busty and just out there, just a very out there type of personality, and really didn't give a fuck what anybody else had to say or how people felt. And her death is, at a loss, of course, but we're going to go ahead and focus on her. So this is the Queen of Wands. That's the card that we're using for her because she is a Sagittarius. For this card, we are using woman holding a coin, basically. And we're just going to go through the process and see how she's feeling. Okay. Let me see if I can like light this really quick. So forgive me. Let me just light this candle. All right. I was about to play some mantra music and she so got on my case. She was like, I don't know if she has a thing for like Aerosmith, but she wanted to hear Aerosmith. So I'm giving her what she wants. I don't know if that's something that she enjoyed, like, doing her thing with, but she loves, I'm assuming like she's crazy about Aerosmith or something. So I'm like, whatever. Okay, I'll play some Aerosmith for you. It's to make her feel comfortable. So let me go ahead and shuffle up the cards. This is just a general shuffle of the cards just to see how she's feeling or the things that are on her mind. Okay. And I'm going to make an interesting connection in this reading that a lot of people are not aware of, because while I was like paying attention to her, for some reason, as much as people say to me all the time, they're like, oh, she loves Marilyn Monroe and, all that stuff. I get that. But I'm going to tell you something that's crazy about her energy, okay? And I'm going to make this connection a little bit later on, speaking about iconic blondes. So it's kind of related to iconic blondes, and I'm going to basically make that connection in a minute, a little bit later. Okay, so let me turn over the cards. So I'm going to also show you guys what I wrote down as well. So as you guys can see, you guys can kind of see, I wrote her name right here. Sorry, these are from before. But I wrote her name and a couple of different people like, Danny and Howard and like different things like that. So that way I could just take down their birthdays and like have all that information ready to go. She is, okay, let me show you. So here's her card. She is definitely, speaking of her daughter, because I was just about to get into that. It's like so crazy. Um, she's like, I'm a force to be reckoned with when I feel the way that I feel over the things that I love. And she's like, I'm still possessive. Like, she's showing me that she's very possessive. Like, no matter if she's separated from her daughter or not, she's like, I still let Larry know how I feel. So here's Larry. So she's calling Larry out, just talking about Larry. And she's just like, anything that I need to say to Larry, I communicate with Larry about how I feel. And I say, let my baby know that I love her, let her know that I'm here. And if I don't like something, I will let Larry know. Like, if I don't like certain things, or, why'd you put her in that outfit? Like, I feel like she seriously tries to like go after this man in his dreams and nags him. That's the feeling that I get. Like, she is like straight up nagging him. Like, why'd you put that ugly thing on her? She's supposed to be dressed like this and whatever like that. I like the purple shirt. Why'd you put that ugly green thing on her? She's very possessive. She speaks her mind still. And that's still a good thing, And she feels torn. She is showing me that she feels torn between two worlds because, of course, she's with her son. But at the same time, too, she's thinking about her daughter, Like, she is always, like, thinking about her daughter and, like, wanting to be there. She's placing the Tower card in the situation, okay? With this Tower card in the situation, this was, of course, as we know, like a traumatic situation that happened for herself. But I think what caused this traumatic event to happen was the fact that she was dealing with the loss of her son. The loss of her son, it's like she's describing it to me like it just took my soul. That's what she just keeps saying. She's like, when I lost my first baby, it just took my soul. And even though I was pregnant, with the second one, I just can't. She's like, I can't breathe without him. I just can't live without him. He's been there with me through everything. I love him so much and I can't let him go. Like, she just keeps stating that, like, she refuses to let her son go. And it was very difficult for her because she knows that, she had the new baby but she just felt torn. She felt really torn between worlds. And I think it was the heartbreak that really, ended in such a tragic way for her because she just couldn't, it's like once he died, like she couldn't handle it. She just couldn't handle it anymore. So she is showing me this Knight of Wands. And I think this is kind of like in connection to what I was about to mention before, talking about her life, but also in regards to her past life, okay? Why is this important? Why is her past life important? We know that she loved Marilyn Monroe. Everybody loves Marilyn Monroe. But the thing that's interesting about this is because when I'm touching this card, usually this would represent like a male energy, but this is kind of in reflection of her past. And she's saying that she's been here before. She's stressing to me that she has been on this planet before, and she's chosen that path before. And she's like, I'm probably going to go through the same process of coming back eventually and wanting to still live out my dreams and live out my hopes and everything that I want for myself. Now, why is that so important? Okay, because I'm going to show you guys. So when I was writing this down, for whatever reason, and you probably can't see it, it's probably like right above her name, but when I was watching Anna, like I don't know why, I was like paying attention to Anna, and for some reason I was just like, why do I get like this eerie feeling that this woman like came back as like Jane, or she was Jane Mansfield, okay? A lot of people might not know about Jane Mansfield because at the time Jane was kind of like in somewhat competition with Marilyn, for attention, for fame, for being like, the blonde beauties, very buxom blondes in like the 1950s. And her career was very short, just like Marilyn's. But she didn't get as much success or much attention the way that Marilyn got the attention, okay? And I kind of feel like the thing that's crazy to me is that, like, I really feel like she came back as Anna, that Jane came back as Anna. I don't know why I feel like that, but the thing that freaked me out when I had that thought, because I'm like, no, maybe that's not true, right? Maybe that's just some nonsense or whatever, okay? So Jane's birthday, I believe that she is a Aries, or like an Aries Taurus on the cusp. She's on the 19th, so I think she's an Aries. But the thing that was interesting is that she died June 29th, 1967, okay? And Anna was born, let's see, what, about 5 to 6 months after her death. So I was just like, dude, that is absolutely berserk. Like, that's absolutely crazy. It's like she deliberately, if she was Jane in a past life and she just kind of felt like still unfulfilled in wanting to fulfill her dreams and success, I feel like she came back because she wanted to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was, it's like kind of like being addicted to the attention, to the fame, to the beauty, to all of those things. And it's just like, you know, fame is like one big drug for her. Like, that's the feeling that I get. And I don't know why, but I just really feel like Jane came back as Anna. I don't know. I'm saying that, and I'm just gonna stick to it. That I feel like she has a strong soul connection to Jane Mansfield, and she wanted to come back and live her life. But I feel like, as much as Jane's life ended in a tragic way, it's crazy because her life still ended tragically. You know what I mean? Even though that she tried to come back, or she tried to like relive her life. And I think they both died in their 30s, you know, pretty young, you know, after having children. It's kind of like really eerie, you know what I mean? And even, you know, it's crazy because Jane would say, oh yeah, I'm gonna die, you know, very young. I'm gonna die pretty young because I'm not gonna get old, and I want to like preserve myself. And Jane died very young. It's the same thing with Anna. Anna would always say, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna go out, you know, like in a blaze of glory, like Marilyn Monroe. I was about to say like Marilyn Manson. I don't know why. But anyway, just like, you know, Marilyn Manson, I'm just going to go out in a blaze of glory. Like, that's just kind of like the energy that she is. She's a very fire, you know, like a lot of fire. Like, I'm going to live my life wild as I want to, and nobody's going to stop me. And that's kind of the energy that Jane had. I think she was a bit more calmer than Anna, but like at that time in her life, or that spirit's time in their life. But I feel like with Anna, she just like, boom, you know, just kind of like exploded and just wanted to like, I'm here, you know, like you can't ignore her. You're not going to ignore me. And that's the energy that I really get with her. Like, you're just not going to ignore me. Like, I'm still going to come back as a blonde. I'm still going to come back with big boobs, and I'm going to live my life wild, and I'm just going to be crazy. That's just the energy that I feel with her. So I want to focus on her daughter, okay? So let me just find, here she is. Okay, so I'm using this card as Woman Holding a Heart for Anna, okay? And what I want to do is I want to use the Oracle deck, and I just want to see if she has anything to say to her daughter, and then we'll talk about her son, and then we will talk about Larry and Howard, and also talking about her death, okay? So that's kind of the order that I'm going to try to go in really quick. So let me go ahead and shuffle. What do you have to say to Dannielynn Birkhead? What do you have to say to your daughter? Do you have anything that you want to say to your daughter? Any messages that you want to give to your daughter? She's like, I love her so much. She's just like, I love her. She's the most beautiful angel I've ever laid eyes on. She's so perfect. You know, that's what I keep hearing over and over in my head right now. Wow, and that's crazy because I'm shuffling up the cards. Oh my God. Anna, like, you're freaking me out right now. I'm going to show you these cards, okay? I'm going to show you the cards really quick. All right. So let me show you. How did, I believe her name is Jayne for Jane. And then Mansfield is Mansfield. Jane Mansfield. Look her up, okay? So anyway, it was so crazy because I was just like, let's talk about your daughter, okay? And oh my God, I feel like her tears because I feel like she wants to cry, but here we go. And this is so crazy that this card came up because I was thinking about this card with Dannielynn. And I mean, it looks just like her. Isn't that crazy? Like, that looks like her daughter. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, looks just like her baby. It's crazy. Her daughter's birthday is, let me find her daughter's birthday. I believe it is September 7th. Let me see. I know I wrote this down. Okay, yeah, September 7th, 2006. Look at her. Looks just like her, doesn't it? Isn't that friggin' crazy? That looks just like her. And then she's putting this right here. This is her baby, but she's earth sign energy. So she nailed it on the head, with the earth sign energy. And I mean, this kind of looks like her too, because she's a Virgo. So she nailed it on the head. I was like, let's talk about your daughter. And she just pulled her up right away. Like, look at my baby. This is my little angel. She's my everything. And she's like, really, like, I kind of feel like she's kind of saying to me that if she was in her life, that she would have probably put her into things that Larry probably doesn't want her to do. She's like, when it comes down to like aspects of modeling and beauty and different things like that, my daughter would be doing that if I were alive. Like, she just keeps putting that out, and it's crazy. She keeps putting that situation out. And I think even with this card right here, with the man holding a heart, this is probably her connection with Larry and herself. But she's putting him in the situation because I feel like Larry is he's more conservative. You know what I mean? He just wants her to have a normal life. He just wants her to live, a very normal life, a very quiet life. And I guess maybe he saw the effects of what happened to Anna and he's just terrified, He's extremely terrified, but she's just like barking at him like, ah! Like, she's supposed to be doing all these great things. She's supposed to be modeling. Look at her. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. I mean, she has my eyes. She has, my features. She's beautiful, like, she's just like, she should be doing so much more. And I guess like, she's like nagging Larry to death. Like, she's just nagging the shit out of him. But she's showing me, the magician in the mirror, she's very well balanced. She has that fire from mom, and she's saying that, she's in a cool state right now, but she's going to get that fire from me when she gets a little bit older and more mature. And I feel like as she's watching her daughter grow, this has allowed her to find aspects of personal healing and happiness for herself. Because I think that with her death being so traumatic, it was a lot for her to deal with. And she just feels like this allowed her to heal, to watch her baby grow up and to watch her become such a beautiful person. She cannot stop gloating about her daughter. Like, she's crazy about her daughter, like crazy about her. And she's like, when she gets older, I'm going to make sure that anything that she wants to do by the time that she turns 18, she's going to have a career of her own, and she's going to be a respectable young girl, and she's going to get more respect than Hollywood ever treated me, but I'm going to make sure that my baby gets everything that she wants. Like, that's that's what she is stressing. She is like, she's very possessive over her daughter, okay? She's like, not playing. She's like, I'm not playing. This is my angel. This is my baby, and ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do with my baby. Like, she's stressing that to me so much. And again, she's showing me, look at that, Archangel Raphael. heart chakra, all love. She's like, she's in my heart forever. You know, I love her forever. Again, she's showing me the healer of the ages. All that love that she has for her daughter was able to bring her into like a happier light, to know that she's okay, you know? Because she was stressing about leaving Larry by himself, but he's doing great. She's like, they're doing phenomenal. And I do my best to look out for them because, you know, especially for my little girl, I'm going to take care of her and let her know that I love her. And I can't stop thinking about her. I love her so much. So she is in tuned right now. She's like 100% in tuned. So let's shuffle up the cards and we're going to ask about her son. Okay. Anna, we want to know, actually, let me shuffle up these cards. So funny enough, Daniel's birthday, his birthday is January 22nd, 1986. I know that little girl is a spitting image of her. It's absolutely bananas. It's crazy, but she's so cute. She's like so smart, so cute, so beautiful. Like she's everything, you know? She's just everything. And as soon as I said that, she's like, oh my God, thanks. That's what Anna's saying. She's like, oh my God, thanks. Like I made her, I made that. She's so proud. You know, like she's just so proud of her. And just like the fact that she's more grounded. She has a more grounded energy than her mom. But I feel like as she gets older, she's gonna like, you know, come into herself and, you know, really, not really go crazy like mom per se, but I feel like she's probably gonna, you know, open up to the world a little bit more, which is what mom wants. You know, mom wants her to, you know, to show how beautiful she is. Like, absolutely. So let's focus on that. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna let her say what she needs to say. And then I'm gonna use the other deck to focus on Danny. But she's focused on her daughter right now. Look at this. Because I was trying to focus on Danny, but I'm assuming since I keep talking about her, she's focused on her. Look at that. Again, she's like, this is my baby. I'm going to take whatever actions I need to take to reach out to her and get to her. She is having an issue with her mom. I don't know what the issue is, but she does not want mom around. She wants her to be cut off. That's what she keeps stressing to me, and it's about money. She's like, I don't want anybody around trying to use my daughter for money or trying to get anything out of my daughter. I want it to be cut off. I want my family life or her life to be good, because she's like, keeping peace within my family is important. And she's like, I swear to God, if this woman keeps bothering my daughter, I'm gonna have my way with her. I don't know why she's saying this, but she is like really barking at her mom, and I don't know. And I know why she's saying this. She keeps saying that this is about money, that she doesn't care. She's like, you don't care for my baby. She just keeps saying that, like, you don't care for my baby, and you're just trying to use tabloids the way that you used me. She's just like, stay away from my baby. She just keeps saying that to her, like, stay away. Like, stay away from my baby. That's what she keeps saying over and over again. And again, she's just, look at that, still talking to her. She's like, baby, I love you. I love you so much. You're my world. You're my heart. You're my everything. You're just beautiful. She just can't get enough of her. She's so in love with her. You know, she's absolutely in love with her daughter. So I feel like I need to make that clear, because she's like, I'm not done talking. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, let me just let her do her thing and let her say what she needs to say, because, you know, that's just what it is. Sometimes you try to focus on other things, and she's like, I'm not done. I'm not done talking. So, let me find a card for Daniel. So I'm going to use the Knight of Pentacles, if I can find the Knight of Pentacles, for the Knight of Pentacles to come up for Daniel. Let me see. Just give me 1 second. And I see her, she's like holding his hand right now, because he's very timid, very quiet, like still very quiet. He's like, just very quiet, but she's holding his hand. I see her like holding this, you know, holding his hand, like, it's okay, baby, you can talk, like you can, like that's what I keep hearing. It's okay, baby, we're fine, we can talk here, like everything's fine. And he's just like, I don't feel like it, mom, like he's just chilling. So I feel like they are together. I'm just gonna kind of confirm that through the cards, because I like confirming things through the cards, basically. But I feel like they're definitely like with each other. Like she's more of the talker. She's like, this is for me, you know, like this is about me, this is for me, you know, and this is for my family. Like she's all about that. She's all about that. Okay, so let's see. Oh my goodness, she's like, girl. Okay, now this is about to be crazy, because she's showing me a lot of things pertaining to what happened to his death and her death, okay? So this is about to be crazy. So I was using this card because I was like, you know, trying to remember him as he was, like a more timid kind of guy, very quiet to himself, and he's a Capricorn energy. Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse my language. That makes so much sense. Okay. So here's the thing. She's placing this King of Swords in the subconscious mind, right? Because she's like, oh, you know, my baby's a grown man now. He's a grown man, you know, all this other stuff. So, you know, time doesn't stop. Things progress moving forward. He's a grown man. But here's the thing that I was also feeling from this card as well, before even picking this card up, is like her talking about Howard. And I don't know why, but she keeps talking about Howard. She's putting the Devil card. She's like, what happened to us? This is what happened to us, okay? They took my baby first from me. And I feel like she keeps putting the blame on Howard. She's like admitting the fact that she lost control. She's like, you know, losing control over drugs. And I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like there's foul play when it comes to Danny. I don't know why, but it feels like there's some sort of foul play when it comes down to Danny. And it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's like he flew out there for the birth of his sister, and then next thing you know, when she's born, he passes away. There's like some sort of foul play when it comes down to drugs. With Danny, I don't know why, but that's what I feel. And it's like it just took the life out of her. You know what I mean? It's like it just really broke her spirit when they did that to him. And I feel, I'm gonna tell you something. Here's the thing that I feel about with Howard as well, okay? As much as he was in the process of suing Jay Marshall and all of these other things, keep in mind that with the aspect of Jay Marshall, there's a situation to where I feel like he was kind of like a friggin' double agent, if that makes sense. I don't know why I'm saying this. Like, I feel a lot of Svengali energy around this situation. Like, yeah, he probably said, Anna, yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. We're gonna sue. We're gonna do all this other stuff like that. But I really feel like Howard was like the biggest friggin' clout chaser, like to the time when in like the early, what is it? 19 or late 90s, moving into 2000s. He just wanted to get the attention, but he was acting as like a handler. And here's the thing that I keep hearing. I keep seeing him like on the phone, but speaking to like I think it's the son of the man that she married, the billionaire man that she married. And he's like, if you take care of certain things for me over a period of time, I will basically compensate you for it. And I don't know why this man was so adamant about destroying Anna. And maybe it's because she felt like she had the right to go after the money, which I feel like she did. Even if they were to give her $25 million, they should have at least done that. She was married to him, and I know it was such a short marriage, and people try to label her as a gold digger and all this other stuff like that. But let's be for real. You're an old man. You're probably trying to woo this woman and spoil her and give her all the luxuries and the finer things in life that she wants. And in return, she gets to be, to be your little toy for the time being, or be somewhat affectionate with you. But I just kind of feel like it's unfair how they did her in court. But it seemed like it was designed that way. I don't know why I'm stressing that, but I keep feeling like there's something with the son of Jay Marshall that had something to do with this death. I don't know. That's just what I'm feeling, and maybe Larry had his hand in it too and knew. She keeps saying that she was fighting. There was a lot of fighting going on within herself. Like, she was really struggling to cope with his death. You know what I mean? It's like I just feel like she was just like she was fighting, but it's like she felt sedated, if that makes sense. The more that she would try to fight and like go through grief, people continue to try to like keep her sedated and just completely like spaced out, if that makes sense. Like completely like checked out. You know what I mean? And it's like she just gave up. Like she's just tired, It's like I said, it's like drugging. It's like, of course, it's not to say that Daniel was, it's all peaches and cream with him, because he has his own addictions. But I feel like, in my opinion, someone was tipping things to the edge. There was something going on where they were tipping things to the edge. And even when people were talking about the whole paternity thing and, oh, who's the baby daddy? Is it Larry or is it Howard? I knew it was Larry right away. It's like, I know it's Larry. It's Larry all the way. But that's his last chance to get like some sort of attention and get like some sort of notoriety and fame. Like, he was just money hungry. It's about fame and attention. Thank you, Maya. Please like the video and subscribe to Queen's channel. Book your $40 reading for 30 minutes, personal readings, if you want, and you can hit me up and support me at queenprodigy369@gmail, and just like basically donate through Cashapp. You can donate in the super chat below, or you can basically hit me up at Cashapp at queenprodigy369. That whole thing. Thank you so much, Maya, for reminding me and doing your thing. Hold on 1 second. Whoop. Okay, back to the reading. She's saying this is about money. This is about money. This is about previous contract situations that were going on. She's stating to me over and over again that they have this has something to do with money, with their death. I don't know why, but she's like, I guess I do know why on some level. I shouldn't need to stop saying I don't know why, but it's just like, it's just evil to me. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't wrap my head around that they would that somebody would be this nasty, to her and her son. And she just, like I said, I just feel like her spirit just dropping. Like, she just can't live without him as much as she tried to fight. You know what I mean? And she's showing me the heartbroken card. Like, I just can't be without him. I just couldn't cope without him at all. And she's expressing things to either like a female that was around at the time or that she knew. This person feels more like of a mothering energy to her, Anna probably hired and worked with. And the feeling that I get is, there's a lady, was there a lady that was married to the security guard or something? There might have been a lady around, or some other lady that's around that knows the security guard. I don't know. But she keeps pointing out this lady, and she keeps saying that she was really reliant on this person to help to take care of her when she couldn't take care of herself, because she was going through so much sorrow after losing Danny. She just keeps saying, I was going through so much sorrow. And then she's like reunited with Danny after the death. They're making it back together at the crossroads. And she's like, I'm never leaving you. I can't leave him alone. I don't want to leave him alone. because she just kept stressing that, she just kept stressing that, like, basically, it's like she was looking for him. Does that make sense? Like, she kept looking. She just kept trying to find him and look for him. Like, it's like she would talk in her sleep and also wake up and just cry out, trying to look for him and find him. And it was just, it's like just ripping her soul apart, you know? And she just can't. She's like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to leave like this, but I can't live without him. You know, especially after what they're doing to me and what's going on. I just couldn't live without him. No matter what they're trying to do to me, I just can't live without him. That's what she's explaining to me. I'm going to find the death card. Okay. I'm going to find the death card. And I just want to see what she has to say about her death. So forgive me if this takes a while I look for the death card. But just to see what she has to say personally about what happened to her, or if she feels like anybody else was to blame, just to get clarification, because that's what I like to do. I like to get clarification, just to see what comes up. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to shuffle up the cards and focus on what's going on with her energy pertaining to your death, Anna. She's like, I need you to sage. Because this is about to get heavy, you know? I think she's in a space now where she's balanced out her energy and she's looking forward to like paying attention to her daughter and looking at her life and excited about her life. But I just feel like she's going through, like when you talk about things like death, it's kind of like bringing that person back into that memory, and it's very hard for them to like focus on that moment, you know, because it's just so much for them to take on. So Anna, let's focus on your death, and let's just focus on if anything happened to your death. If anything happened to your death. Yes, so yeah, that's from SVU, that's Jane Manson's daughter, yeah. I found that to be crazy too when I found that out the first time. I was like, what? That's nuts. I had no idea. But yeah, that is her daughter. Let's focus on your death. Okay. Oh, wow. This is nuts. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. This is crazy. I'm going to try to explain this the best way I know how. Okay. Death card, okay, is on her crown. In her subconscious mind, she's admitting that she did subconsciously make a choice in regards to her death, especially losing her son. There was a choice that was made for her, okay? But I'm going to show you something else. So it's showing me the Chariot card, okay? And I feel like with this Chariot card, it's showing me that this is like the aspect of her traveling to the Bahamas, or, you know, living in the Bahamas, and him flying to see her and everything. But this energy, it just kind of feels like, okay, so basically it's like she's showing me like she went to the Bahamas to get away from something or get away from somebody. And then when she had when she had the baby, or she came back? And it just seems like, I don't know, it seems very dim and dark, okay? She's saying that whatever relationship that she had at the time dealing with Howard, it was not, she's like, you know, as much as publicly he wants to romanticize things or, you know, create a headline or a story for myself, I was not in love with him, okay? She's playing the Two of Cups in the situation, like she wanted to get away and she no longer wanted to be in that situation anymore. That's what she's expressing to me. And here's the interesting part, because the Nine of Wands is talking about how it's very difficult for her, especially when it's coming down to dealing with her death or trying to like maintain some aspects of control in her life, that she really, it's like she's at a very vulnerable place where she couldn't really protect herself. Now here's the interesting thing, what I see about the Nine of Wands, because every time I see the Nine of Wands, again, this talks about her relationship, okay? This talks about her relationship with what is happening with the effects of putting her guard up, but also dealing with her demise, okay? And this is all going to connect. So look at this again. I pulled her out before. She's pulling out this Queen of Pentacles again, okay? And talking about the nurse, they're talking about nurses, they're talking about people that are around. Now, I'm not saying this woman has anything to do with it, but I feel like she tried to keep people around her to protect her or to look out for her. Because she just keeps saying to me that this woman, especially when it comes down to dealing with her death, this woman was doing her best to try to protect her and her son, okay? A very mothering energy, and she did her best to probably be there for Dannielynn as well, and be like a very mothering energy to them, okay? Now here's where things get crazy, because we're talking about Howard, and here's Howard, this is the energy, okay? And let me clarify a couple of things, because I said the King of Swords was him, and this King of Swords came up again. And I think the clarification for this King of Swords is the person or the male energy that was targeting her from the marriage, from her first marriage. Not her first marriage, I'm sorry, her second marriage, because she got married before, but from the millionaire marriage, the billionaire marriage that she had. And this is about the son. This is about some sneaky lawyer shit, okay? She is cursing her ass off at Howard because she found out and she learned some things about what was really going on. And she's like, there's going to be a long day in hell for you, okay? I'm just going to leave it at that. She's like, this is over. I don't want anything to do with his energy, and he's never going to find me again. And this is just like always a situation to where I have to like get out of a toxic situation or a toxic relationship with people because they're trying to manipulate me and they're trying to use me and they're trying to like control what I do. And I feel like the only way for Howard to control her was to keep her sedated, okay? It was to keep her sedated because I keep feeling like she was on the verge of like, for real, like cutting him off. And I just kind of feel like he kept her sedated on purpose. And that probably resulted in the death, okay? That resulted in the death. And it's like, she keeps saying what they did, it was like a 2-for-1. That's what they did. It was a 2-for-1, basically. That's how they took me out. It was a 2-for-1. But she's like, I'm going to move on from it. She keeps saying, I'm letting bygones be bygones, but until the day that he dies, until the day that these bastards die, they're going to pay. I think this guy already died already. So the guy that was fighting her died too, but she's like, I'm waiting for him. Okay? And I think his birthday is like a day after hers, and that's what she's like, I think he was like for real, like literally obsessed with me because, you know, we're so close, and he thought that maybe, you know, this was meant to be and everything, but she's like kind of coming into herself, like into her full self, and she's like, it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. That's what I see, that's what I'm getting. Okay, let me see what the comments say, because her ex was shot and killed 2 hours ago in my state, South Carolina. What? Get out of here. Wow. You don't say. And something just kept telling me, she kept pushing me to do a reading. She's like, you're going to want to do this reading like right now. Like, and I'm just like, okay, lady. Okay, I'm going to do the reading, but that's crazy. So what does it say about that guy? What does it say about the ex? What does it say about this Mark Hatton who passed away? Who is he? Do you have more information about him? What I'm gonna do is, yeah, I need to like clear this energy. I want to focus on Larry really quick. Let me pull Larry back out. Oh, there he is, right here. So we're gonna do that. All right, so I just want to focus on Larry, but if you have any more information about what happened to Mark and her ex, I guess the ex-boyfriend, I just don't get good vibes from him already. He feels like a creep, in my personal opinion, from what I can sense. Sounds very creepy. That's what I just keep hearing is creep. So I'm just gonna say what she feels. Like whatever. I'm just gonna like, I don't know who he is. I've never seen him or whatever, but it's just like creep. It says he was spending the night in jail on a no trespassing charge. Okay. Yeah, that's the boyfriend that was young when she was killed, but this is somebody else that she was dating. So we're not talking about the baby dad or whomever. We're talking about somebody else. I'm assuming this person just recently passed away. Okay, so let's see. Focus on Larry. What do you have to say to Larry? What is your relationship like with Larry? How did that come about? Like, what is your relationship like with Larry? He was shot 2 hours ago. Is that all it's saying about him? What else does it say about this guy? Does it say anything else? But anyway, let me get back to the reading and just focus on Larry's energy. Let me see. Yeah, I heard about that today. I heard that Matt used to stalk her. Oh, wow. Okay, so he was her boyfriend when she was young. Okay. Mark. Okay. Yeah, so the relationship with like the lawyer and the baby daddy. Let's get to this, okay? So here's Larry right here. Okay, and she keeps stressing to me, especially look at this. Here's this King of Swords coming up again. I don't know why, but she keeps pulling up this King of Swords in the subconscious mind. And maybe that things were supposed to be on the aspect of being on a business level, because it shows me that she's moving a lot in her life and doing a lot of different things. But at the same time too, look at this. It is showing me Howard is in the picture as well. So it's kind of strange because I feel like she just kind of sees him in the space of like eye candy, like, oh, I want to talk to him, you know, I want to get to know him and all this other stuff like that, even while Howard is around watching what's going on. She's putting the Nine of Swords in the situation. Now, with this Nine of Swords in the situation, because I keep seeing her getting upset and crying, or getting upset and being upset about something. And I think it's just more personal to what she's dealing with herself and her relationship with men personally. And I don't think maybe it might have something to do with Larry. I'm not sure, but I just feel like this is something that stems probably from her past, where she just doesn't. It's something about where she can't really fully trust men. And I feel like she probably takes that out on Larry, or takes that out on anybody that really cares for her, or tries to get close to her, because of a situation that she's dealt with in her past. And I don't know why I need to mention this, and maybe this is something that Larry needs to understand about her. I think that she went through some sort of trauma when she was younger. Maybe that's something that, that makes sense. Okay, she's clarifying for me. So the thing that's interesting is because Larry and her sons share the same birthday, number one. But also, not only that, okay, they share the same birthday. His birthday is the same, January 22nd, and it is 1973 for Larry. And her son's birthday is January 22nd, 19 what is it? 1986. Thank you. So 1986. Okay. And I kind of feel like maybe she felt like this was like fate or something. You know what I mean? Like in a weird way. Like she has a really weird way of thinking. She's like, yeah, he just like, it's like, again, talking about her son. She wanted things to be in a particular way. She is showing me that she's extremely possessive and controlling with the men in her life. And she is showing me that she even, tries to have control over Daniel's life. But there is no way that she's going to, I just kind of feel like Daniel, her son, was the only one that had her heart. You know what I mean? Like this is the only guy that had her heart. When it comes down to celebrations and parties and sexual pleasures, different things like that, she's showing me that she keeps it, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like she just cuts it off. And I just feel like maybe that's like from some sort of emotional trauma that she's been through, like some sort of emotional situation that she's been through, to where she doesn't feel like she can really open up and trust men. And I think that has probably a lot to do with like some sort of abuse, or like dealing with a father figure or somebody that abused her in her past. I really do feel like that. And I feel like maybe she's trying to connect these things so that way he can understand. I don't know why, but like maybe that's what, like if she has like these irrational reaction to things, and she's just like flipping her wig and hysterical and emotional and just unstable. I think that he just couldn't understand, like, why is she like this? Like what's going on and why is she pushing me away? And I think that for her, it's like, I'm doing my best to make peace with whatever it is, with whatever trauma I've gone through in my past, but I do love you. Like, it's a different type of love that they share. You know what I mean? Like, she loves him, like, as somebody that she can rely on for the sake of her daughter. Like, there's just a new respect and a new love there. But she is showing me that she does... I don't know how to say this, but she's like, I do miss having sex with him, though. She's saying that she does enjoy that about him. She is saying that, but she's like, just, it's kind of like her wanting to say, like, I'm sorry if I ever, hurt you, or if I ever put you in any type of drama or anything like that. But this is like a new beginning for our daughter and for me and you to like really, make peace in my death, and to like really have a new beginning at being phenomenal parents and just great together, if that makes sense. I think she feels traumatized over the fact, and this is the reason why, and people keep asking me about Howard, so Howard came up in the reading too. I think she feels really bad about putting Larry through all this nonsense, dealing with Howard and dealing with the fact that he had to fight for his daughter. And I just think that she feels really crappy about it, that, all that drama went down and then she died, and it was just a lot. It was like a lot of nonsense, basically. So yeah, it's like she's just showing me like all these different things, like in her past life, or not in her past life, even with Jane Mansfield. And even then, I feel like Jane probably dealt with some aspects of sexual abuse. And I feel like Anna dealt with the same thing. And that's the reason why, there's just a lot of like emotional instability in her life at times, and, so much erratic behavior. I wonder how Howard felt that he wasn't sad. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna focus on, let me see. Oh, you're getting Larry and Howard's names confused? Okay, because yeah, that confuses me too when I'm reading people's comments. So I'm just gonna focus on Howard's energy really quick and focus on how he feels towards her. And then to close this reading out, I'm going to use my Oracle deck just to like look into final words and, to see what she has to say. about that, okay? Um, so let me turn this on. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Look at this. So here's her card. This is Larry's card. Okay. The night. Okay. Oh my God, Angie, you're amazing. Thank you so much for donating. Thank you for being amazing. And supporting me, because I swear, I'm telling you, it's so hard being a Black woman trying to be a psychic and do your thing, and then you see all these people that, you know, online, and they just be making up all types of nonsense, and I be telling people what it is and what's real. So I appreciate you, even if it's just $4 or whatever. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you guys for still tuning in. Again, he's putting the Hanged Man in the subconscious mind. Look at that. Death is in the situation. He feels guilty about something pertaining to her death, okay? He still loves her, okay? There's still a lot of love there for her, but he feels like he regrets, like, how certain things went along this journey and that she should have still been here. He's saying that they did get into a lot of, like, disputes and a lot of different arguments that are going on. From what it seems like they would argue a lot, and it's just like more than just like personal things. It's not just, you know, romantic, and it's more so about business, like where her career is going. He's trying to drive her career, you know what I mean? He's trying to drive the aspect of what's going on, but I think that he feels extremely responsible for the death. And I don't know, like, that's just a feeling that I keep getting, because the Hanged Man is talking about sacrifice. And maybe it's like, I hear a couple of things like, I'm sorry. And then I hear like he just, maybe he feels depressed or wanting to die as well. And I don't wish death on anybody. That's just what I'm sensing. Like he just feels really messed up about what happened to her. But you know, this is the thing too. He keeps showing me she's like, he's delusional. Like this idea that they were supposed to have children together, you know, like he was supposed to be the one. They were supposed to have children together because he's so in love with her. And it's just unbelievable. But again, it's like trading in the person that you care for or the person that you love, even though you know that this person isn't as romantically involved as you want her to be. And so you get in your feelings and you basically let money dictate what happens next. That's why he's been quiet. We haven't heard anything from him at all. Nothing from him, okay? He took the bag. And I just keep feeling like it's eating at his soul. That's just how I feel. Let me see. That's true, Queen. People don't realize the time and energy and hard work involved to doing what you do. Absolutely. And I do my best to, you know, to do my thing. And maybe I just need more followers. Maybe I need more believers or whatever it is. But I understand it as like I said, it's a different energy, especially being a Black psychic on YouTube. It's just a lot of bullshit, basically, when it comes down to politics. Because like I said, you see other people, like they can just say Apple and they'll get paid. But I'm really like doing some serious work. Not to say that they're not legit and that certain people don't deserve it. Like Sloan, she's amazing. You know what I mean? She's an amazing reader. I'll give Sloan mad props. But there's some people that are out here just on some garbage. And I really do feel like YouTube tries to suppress people like myself who are real tarot readers, because they don't want the truth about like what's really going on to come out. And I find that to be strange. So it's like, even when I'm sitting there doing readings or personal readings for like Psychic Sunday or little things like that, I do expect people to donate and to support me. And I find it to be unfair that people take advantage of that. So that's why it's just like, whatever. Lesson learned, learn my lesson. I'm not going to waste my time on different situations. So I appreciate those that really support me, and I understand that things get tight and, you know, people are trying to make it or whatever, but it's like, damn, so $2, even if you was to give away $2 or something that's gonna hurt your pockets, like, okay, whatever. Moving on. So let's just focus on the final words for Anna so I can close out this segment for her, okay? Let's see if Anna has any final words for everybody watching. Do you have anything else that you need to say in final words? Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to turn over these cards. Okay, so anyway, so this is what she's showing me. Okay, she's showing me a couple of things, like she's putting the victory card in the past. I feel like she's in this space of feeling like the highlight of her career was very successful. She definitely wants more, but she still had a lot of fulfillment in what she was able to do in her life in order to achieve the things that she wanted, to continue to, you know, just live the way that she wanted. So she is happy about that. But I'm going to tell you something, okay? I'm going to tell you something. She keeps talking about aspects of her work and the work that she did. And she seems to be, like when she's showing me like rest and rejuvenation is in the situation, there's something that seems to be bothering her about her finances when it comes down to her daughter and what people owe her baby, okay? And she's like, if they don't get their shit together and give my baby the things that she deserves, like she's getting like super hostile. Like she's like, I'm going to be fighting these people, like seriously, in other ways that they don't even know. So whatever they think that they can do when it comes down to trying to take advantage of her image and what's supposed to be given to her daughter, like she's super crazy and protective over her daughter, okay? She's like making sure that every single dime goes to this little girl, okay, to make sure that she's taken care of. So she's stressing that a lot. And I guess, again, this is just about showing the fact that she loves everyone, but also more so about her baby girl. She's like, I'm going to be that angel of love and protect my baby. And wherever this baby goes in her journey, I'm going to be right there with her. No matter where she goes, I'm going to be right there with her. I'm going to be protecting her. I'm going to be loving her, okay? And the thing that I keep getting with Anna as well, and she's like, you know, this might take a while. It might take me some time after, you know, going through the process of my daughter's life. But she is showing me that she does want to come back and try again. She is stressing that to me, that she does want to come back and she does want to try again. But I think she wants to watch, like kind of be that angel of love to protect her baby. She just keeps saying that, I want to be the angel of love. Look at that. She's like, I'm going to protect my baby no matter what. I'm going to do everything that I can to look over my daughter and protect my baby. So I hope you all enjoyed the reading. I appreciate all of you for subscribing, liking, sharing my videos, tuning in, checking me out. This has been so much fun, and it's crazy with the connection between her and Jane Mansfield, but I feel like that connection is there. Like there's just something there with that energy where I feel like that is like her old soul, and she loves Marilyn, and they both love Marilyn, to be honest, but you know, it's just absolutely amazing. So thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to probably have a reading posted for tomorrow. Just allow me to get myself together. And we'll continue to see what we have for the weekend. And I love you all. You all have a good night.